What's going on YouTube? This is Crt-Hero here, and I just wanted to give a tour of my game room, which is where a lot of the games that I'm actually playing will be coming from. So just like to give a tour of you can kind of see in there, the door's kind of closed, kind of through the cracks, see some of the games right there. So I'm just going to give you a tour, just show you what I'm about and what I like to play. So let's go. Alright, so this is the room. Open this door a little bit more. So I'll kind of go from left to right just to show you everything that's in here. So I kind of got a little Pokemon shrine right here going on. Got the special edition Nintendo new 3DS, kind of old school throwback right there with the digital downloads already pre-installed. I have various figures, most from my childhood. I kind of keep them in here just mostly for nostalgia. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Got my Pokken Tournament poster there. Got that from a pre-order. More toys. I have the special edition posters that were sent from Club Nintendo. If I can get rid of that glare. This one's for Zelda. Got my Paper Mario sticker star, and that one is actually a giant sticker. Got some more collectibles here. I got my Wii U ID tag from when I got invited to Chicago to demo the console, actually before it came out. Got my Star Fox patch, a little Donkey Kong action going on there. Mini fridge, and then here I got all the consoles. So you can see I got the Nintendo 64 out. I had some buddies come over and we were playing that. Playing some Clay Fighter. I got the NES, Super NES, Nintendo 64, GameCube, and you can see on the bottom of the GameCube, I actually have the adapter so that you can play Game Boy Advance games. So that's pretty cool. Save money on batteries, save time hooking that thing up. Sega Genesis, got the Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 2 Slim model, and the Wii. So we'll go ahead and brush on over to the right. Got some more collectibles, more posters. Another Club Nintendo exclusive poster. Got Pikmin, looks pretty nice. Over to the right again, more collectible figures. More Game Boy systems. I got some Amiibos right here with some plushes and various toys. And then we go on a little bit lower. Got just about almost model of every Game Boy. Got starting from the original big brick Game Boy, and then you got the Pocket, the Color, Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, got the Game Boy Micro. This guy was from my childhood as well, the first model of the Nintendo DS. Then you got the DSi XL. Here's just the adapter to add another control thumbstick to the first model of the 3DS, which I have downstairs. And then I have my Year of Luigi Nintendo 3DS XL. Go back on over to the left, preview the games. Have NES. NES collection is not too big. I'm trying to build that up. Got Super NES, got the Super Game Boy, so I can definitely put some videos of some Game Boy games up as well. Got my Nintendo 64 collection. Pokemon Stadium, 007, Zelda. I keep those in front because those are kind of the more well-known Nintendo 64 games, and then pretty much everything in the back is just as well-known, but these are usually the popular ones that I like to show off when company comes over. Here I have very few Game Boy Advance games that are still in box. I'm a big fan of Fire Emblem, so I have some Fire Emblem. Each of my Fire Emblems are in the box. Got some more toys. Here's my Sega collection. Pretty small, not too big on Sega, but I did grow up with it, so this is why I keep it. Got the special edition Nintendo GameCube for Pokemon Colosseum Gale of Darkness. Got some hats right there, plushes, Pokeball. Here we have the PlayStation 2 set. Not too many. Big fan of DDR, Naruto games, Kingdom Hearts, Bust-a-Move, Final Fantasies. There's quite a few in there. I do have a black copy of Final Fantasy VII that's for PlayStation 1, which is kind of sandwiched in between the PS2 and the PSP games. There's some more Nintendo 64 games in the box, complete. I have my GameCube collection, not too big, but I should be building that up as well. Just some more side stuff, cases to hold games. Here is pretty much the bulk of the collection. As you can see, I have Nintendo 3DS games, I have Nintendo DS games. I try to collect all these complete in box with all the manuals, the papers, the Club Nintendo points and all. And here I have almost every one of those games locked into these Nintendo 3DS card cases, which are numbered from Club Nintendo as well. More DS games. Here's my Wii collection. It's not too big either. I would say I have the same amount in my Wii U library as well. These are just the boxes that came with the bundles or just regular releases that couldn't really fit downstairs where I have all the newer consoles to play when company comes over. So I keep these guys up here. More collectibles. I also have the Game Boy printer paper right there, which I'll be showing you in a minute. I actually do have 2 Game Boy printers. Pikachu coin bank. And here's just another cube organizer with various assortments of collectibles. I have cards, as you can see in the bottom left underneath the lunchbox. There's some Pokemon cards, mostly from the first set ever released. Still incomplete. Got more collectibles here that I found at garage sales, Toys R Us, Walmart, you name it. This is, pretty common to find this sort of stuff out in the stores. As we can go up here, I'm a big fan of Metroid, so I have a boxed Metroid, and I have one of these open downstairs by my entertainment center. And here's another sort of shrine that I came up with, various Nintendo Metroid things that I've collected over time. Just some more up there, and that poster is actually handmade. I took the old Nintendo Power magazines, and they used to have artists do comics in there, and I kind of said, well, I have this old comic, let me just go ahead and recycle it. You probably can't get much for it anyway, and let me just make my own poster. So as you can see right there, just kind of recycle what I have just to make the best out of everything. So I go on over to the right, and you'll see a line of Amiibos right here. Like I said, huge fan of Fire Emblems, so naturally I'd have all the Fire Emblems in box, and I have each one opened as well. It's more of those posters I talk about. That I mentioned earlier about recycling the old Nintendo Power magazines and just kind of making your own poster. If you see these things laying around, they're pretty much really cheap to get. I paid $1, $2 per issue that I found at some thrift stores and stuff like that, and as you can see, they make for pretty nice decorations hanging on your wall. Some more posters. Some more right here. This was actually a puzzle that glows in the dark that I got from Club Nintendo when they were still giving out physical merchandise in exchange for the coins you earned from buying their products. This is another poster from the set of Super Smash Bros. That you also got from Club Nintendo. And I have some more Amiibos up here. Box. And yet some more Amiibos right here. And these are pretty cool. I actually like these. Don't mind the glare. This is Super Mario Brothers issue number 1. Not too expensive. You can probably get these for $20, $25 on eBay. These were given to me as a gift. And this is the Game Boy series issue number 1. I did read through both of these. They're kind of funny, pretty interesting, for the 1980s. And after I read them, I like to frame them. So this one goes about, for the same price as the one up here, about $20, $25 on eBay. You could probably spend more on them, but they're not that expensive. So I go down here, and these are just various boxes, plush toys that I couldn't really fit anywhere else. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, I have some various strategy guides that I found at yard sales, got on sale, were gifted to me. I also have the Hyrule Historia book at the bottom. As you can see, that one's always a pretty interesting pickup to look through, and looks really good in a collection as well. But this is where I keep all my books and magazines and plushes and sometimes consoles in the box. So the DS is the one you've seen within the collection on the left. The 2DS in the middle is actually still in box. I've opened it once to just make sure, obviously it works, just to play it, see how it feels, see how it looks. Pretty comfortable for a pretty weird handheld console. The Nintendo 3DS first model is actually downstairs. I have DS's all over the house, and then I picked up the Wii Mini. I thought that was very interesting, kind of just like when Nintendo releases the 2DS or the Nintendo Game Boy Advance Micro. So I feel like this guy would be kind of rare maybe in the future, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to buy this guy and hang on to him. And if we go over more to the right, have the Year of Luigi poster, and we have some more Amiibos. Nintendo Smash Brothers Champion, Super Smash Brothers Champion belt. Not a real champion, just one of the ones they give out when they do pre-releases and stuff like that. If we look down here, I have my Super Smash Brothers album. If you got this album when you bought both versions of Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. And here I have another collectibles, more stuff from Club Nintendo. I'm really big on Pokemon. It's something I grew up with, so I have each and every single Pokemon game, well, RPG for the most part, in my collection. So you can see all the Game Boy cartridges. You go to Game Boy Color, you have Pokemon Crystal, and a couple random Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy Pocket games. I also have, like I mentioned earlier, I have the Game Boy camera right there for the old school selfies and the nostalgic view. Have my original Pokemon Trainer's Guide, which is the manual that came with those three up there, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, when you got the game back in 1998 and 1999. Have the Nintendo Wi-Fi USB connector, which is how I connected online back in the day. Game Boy printer, another Nintendo Game Boy. Mario plush with a coin bank. And here I have more collectibles. And then this is something I, in my spare time, kind of just bought and painted. Really easy if anyone's trying to make a game room or do stuff like this. It's really easy. Once you kind of set your mind to it and just try, you'd be surprised at what you can get done. And within the drawer I have a large assortment of a lot of original controllers, extra N64 controllers, Wii accessories. I have a lot of the GameCube controllers are downstairs for the Wii U connected to the adapter. So this is just full of controllers. And then on the bottom here, I have a toolkit right there in the bottom left to take apart Game Boy games, the NES, Super Nintendo, just in case I find one, I can fix it up and maybe ingest it or gift it to someone else. I have an extra Game Boy printer, and then I have the Wii, I'm so sorry, not the Wii Zapper, the original Nintendo Zapper for Duck Hunt, which is why I have the CRT TV right here. And this pretty much is all I have. So, like I said, everything that comes from here, or every video that I put up will be coming from this collection. I will have a hard time trying to record videos of my DS and 3DS collection since I don't really have a means yet to record stuff like that. But everyone will definitely see, you know, from here on down all the way up to GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, and maybe a little bit of PS4 in there. But yeah, this is the game room. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks a lot.